Hey guys, this is Tyler and welcome back to another reaction. Today we have people who quit their jobs on the first day. What made you say I'm done with this? And these are some Reddit stories, and oh boy, there are a lot of bad jobs out there, and for people to quit on the first day, oh man. Like I remember one story, guy came out to work, and his boss brought out a very crappy ladder and told man he had to climb it and fix something. Man, of course, said no, it's not safe. Boss called him a pussy, climbed the ladder, and of course the ladder broke on him. He fell and hurt himself. Karma sometimes. But let's go ahead with the video.
People who quit their jobs on the first day. What made you say I'm done with this? Enjoy watching it. Story 1, line job in a factory that assembled magazines. Because of all the paper sliding along the tracks, little bits would gum up the gears, and they wanted us to reach inside and pull out all the wads of paper scrap about once an hour, while someone manually held down a button that paused the machine from moving.
Manually held it down.
Clocked out for lunch and left. Story 2, when I found out their time...
No. You need to have some sort of fail safe that completely shuts it off. That's what log out, tag out is for. So that you can stop the machine, it won't run, and you can easily pull out that gunk. That is absolute fucking ridiculous, relying on somebody to hold down a fucking button. No. Because what if they slip? What if they accidentally let go? Someone's gonna get fucking hurt.
Time clock system didn't track hours worked, but the minutes spent typing or moving your mouse. And it'd take random screenshots too. If you're in a video meeting, I guess they get to take pictures of you too. All that, and they wanted this installed on my personal computer. That and a few other reasons made me back out after one day.
No! Not on a personal computer. You send a computer out for work if you're going to be doing all that shit, because that is a serious invasion of privacy. Also, damn time clock needs to be the thing that keeps the hours working. I mean, some places they pay you by the amount of work you do, but there's minimum wage now. You have to pay someone accordingly.
Story 3. I was laid off from my first job back when I was in high school due to the housing crisis in the 00s. I was a dishwasher at a restaurant. When new management took over, they offered everyone their old jobs back, and I accepted. I tried to take my CD player that I had left there before the layoff home with me, and I was told that I was stealing as it was company property since it was there when they took over. Everyone in the kitchen attested that it was my CD player, but the new manager wouldn't hear of it, so I just walked out with it. I was called later that night by Hirnar telling me I was fired for stealing company property. I guess I didn't quit, but I was going to do it anyway. Story 4.
No. He might have accidentally left it there, and may have been there when they bought the property, but no, that was his. That was his CD player. It was his property, and you guys are the assholes for trying to fire him because y'all think y'all are better than him, and y'all deserved it because y'all bought the dang property. No. That was fucking his.
I was between jobs and got a temp job helping with payroll, and they told me I would have to hold paychecks for people who did not return their uniform. And when I pointed out this was illegal and showed them the law, they said to do it anyway. So I quit and went back on unemployment until I found a real job 3 weeks later.
Oh, hell yeah.
Quitting a job because they want you to break the law gets you unemployment in most states. Story 5.
Oh, hell yeah, it does. I drink these way too damn fast. Yeah, you cannot hold paychecks on people. That is, like I said, it's fucking illegal. And the whole money on people just because they haven't turned their uniforms yet that's just fucking greedy. You should have reported that to the police, man. You should have reported that. Oh.
It was a telemarketing company selling timeshares around the US. My first call was an old lady who told me the story of how her husband fell down the stairs 2 weeks ago and died right in front of her. My manager was over my shoulder listening in and said something like, "Okay, now pitch the package." I left immediately. Edit, grammar. Story 6.
Yeah, that's absolutely heartless. Well, full on admit this, it wasn't telemarketing that I worked for. I did a job where I called getting surveys for people, well, not for a company that wanted people's opinions on political matters. I quit that job soon enough because it just wasn't worth all the hollering and yelling that I kept receiving. And excuse me, but I get it. It's an actual fucking job, but to be so freaking heartless when someone, because some of these people just want someone to talk to about hardship. Like, I had one old lady that kept talking to me about stuff she was going through, but it went on for an hour. A straight on hour. And you don't just sell or ask questions or anything like that. If these people are going through hard enough times, you just sit and listen and wait for them to be done, and then you tell them to have a good day and hang up. Because they're obviously going through some bullshit, and it's not right to try to sell a package to somebody like that. That is ridiculous.
In high school, a friend of mine talked up this warehouse job he had for an online surplus store. They gave him a bunch of free electronics and sports equipment. As a high school student, that seemed pretty cool, so I decided to try working there for the summer. Now I realize that was a red flag. On my first day, they asked me to package a commercial range hood that had to be shipped to Alaska. They had no packing material or boxes and refused to buy any. I created a box by piecing together scraps of cardboard and covered them in a ton of tape. Then I filled the box with crumpled printer paper from the office. The manager saw me doing this and proceeded to yell at me for 10 minutes because I wasted their printer paper. I laughed at him and walked out of there. Of course, my friend later told me the range hood was destroyed in shipping and the manager was livid. A year later, the business was busted.
I freaking bet. My God, have some fucking packaging available so that your shit doesn't get destroyed, you fucking idiots.
For selling stolen GPS units. Story 8.
Oh, damn.
I got a summer job as an HR office assistant while in college. They told me on my first day that they had to fire some people later in the week, and they needed me to do it because they didn't want to. I didn't come back the next day. Not only did I, of course, not want to do it, but I was shocked at the callous disrespect they had for the employees that they wanted to fire. If you want to destroy someone's livelihood, have the balls to ducking do it yourself. Story 9.
Oh, hell yeah.
I remember starting a job at a call center for a particular company that has such a bad reputation, they need to change their name every so often. They were telling us how we have 7 minutes allotted for personal time, like bathroom breaks. There was one bathroom in the building, way down at the other end of the building. So on our first 15-minute break, I walked to it, took 4.5 minutes to get there. So when we came back from break, I asked, "So what happens if you go over the allotted time?" And the trainer goes, "Well, then the Mintos are tracked and deducted from your pay." I got up and walked towards the door, and the guy goes, "See, that's an example of complete unprofessionalism. And that's okay, this type of job isn't for quitters." I spun around and went, "I can handle the job, Chuckle Duck. What I won't do is degrade myself by working for a place that monitors how long it takes you to crap." Story 10.
Oh, fucking hell yeah. What is with people, schools and businesses trying to control when and how long you take the fucking bathroom break? Some people need to have a fucking bowel movement. And it takes me sometimes up to 10 minutes. 7 minutes for fucking personal time. That's absolutely fucking ridiculous. I'm right, you quit that job.
I was assigned to a middle school grade 6 as a student teacher. I was supposed to be under the guidance of the classroom teacher. She was all too willing to let me be in complete charge and told me I could just do whatever. I called my faculty advisor and requested to be reassigned. The next day, I was at a different school with a teacher who knew what she was doing. Story 11. I took a job as a residential maintenance.
Yeah, you don't just tell a student teacher to just do whatever the heck they want. You need to teach them how to do their actual job. My God, that is absolute laziness.
Tech for a 500-unit apartment complex. The company that owned the complex owned about 2,000 units all over the city. I've been doing maintenance for 10 years at this point, and I know my crap. Anyway, they send me out with this meth head-looking dude to train me. We do a few work orders, and I watch him ghetto rig stuff instead of actually fixing it. I kept my mouth shut until he...
Introducing Remarkable Paper Pro. With a uniquely textured color display,
decided to duct tape a clearly busted sewer stack. I was like, bro, I saw Fernco's is the shop. Let's just get a Fernco. He literally tore into me about him having seniority and he won't be told what to do by some guy who just started. Whatever, I bit my tongue because I had bills to pay. The next work order after that, we go into this woman's apartment while she was at work to fix her sink. He tells me the tenant is hot as duck and goes into her laundry basket and pulls out a pair of panties to sniff. That was it for me. I walked out, went to the leasing office, explained what my last 4 hours were like, and I would be contacting the authorities and the news about what I witnessed. They offered me $3,000 to keep my mouth shut. Unfortunately, I needed the money, so I took it. Story 12. Not...
No. What I would have done is I would have taken the money, and then I would have still have told the authorities and all that. And also, they can't say anything because that's bribery, which is illegal. I guess accepting a bribe would be bad too, but that guy endangered a lot of people by ghetto rigging stuff. And then reaching in to get a woman's pair of panties, that is absolutely disgusting. Dude, you should not have taken that damn money. Have some moral dignity.
Not quite the first day, I have a mortgage, but been through the entire interview process. Small pay rise plus quite a generous company pension. All confirmed in writing. Cool, thinks I. Leave my existing job and start at the new place. A week or two in, HR does their induction, and the generous company pension doesn't exist. It's statutory minimum. Obviously, I raise this because that's not what I signed up for. The answer comes back. Tough, that's the pension. Excuse me, but we agreed in writing that it wasn't. Don't care, that's the pension. They were astonished when I put in my resignation about a month later. Story 13.
Damn right, when you agree to something, you agree to a company or employee. No. You fucking decided to lie to a fucking employee about the pension and proceeded to expect them to stay? Fucking morons.
Got hired as a farmhand for a potato farmer as a summer job from college. Minimum wage through the local job office, where I was told, this guy has gone through a lot of workers. First thing he told me to do was change the oil in the tractor and pointed to where things were. Now I had changed the oil in my car, but that hardly compared. I managed next. I was given a die jack and told to walk out to the field where a 40 tire on one of those huge sprinkler systems had slipped off the railroad tie going over the ditch and use the jack to get it lifted out of the ditch and somehow use my 130 Wellab frame to move it back onto the railroad tie. I managed lunchtime came, and I had trudged back from the field with the jack. The farmer sees me and says, "I'm going to the house for lunch. Please eat in your car." Luckily, I had brought my own lunch, but it was 90 degrees out, and I was a sweaty, filthy mess from what I had done so far and had no way to clean up. I managed for the afternoon. The farmer had me perch on the back of the potato planter while he drove it down the field, and I had to hop back and forth between the planter bins and manually make sure the potatoes were dropping into the feeder tubes. I managed to get a call shortly after getting home, asking if I'd like an assembly line job in an air-conditioned factory. Never went back to the potato farm. Story 14. Working it and got a new job.
Oh yeah, like I'm not sure how potato farming is actually supposed to fucking work, but you need a team of people on a fucking farm, not just one other fucking person. That's probably why a lot of people are fucking quit, because they're expected to do all this shit by themselves, and tell them that they have to be in their car to eat lunch and they can't go somewhere to get a shower and some food. No.
Sysadmin, and on the first day found support tickets where the guy before me was required to track every second of his time through it. Several tickets that read something like cleaned office 15 minutes. No thanks. I'm not a child that needs supervision. Luckily, my old job let me come back like I never left. Story 15.
Yeah, that's absolutely fucking ridiculous, checking their time and everything. I mean, we kind of do that at my job, but that's only when we have downtime, and we just keep a record of how much downtime we got. We don't record everything we actually do.
After 3 interviews, negotiations, and tests, they agreed on my salary and we started on Monday. I come in, do all the paperwork, and get assigned a PC desk, etc. Before coming in, I saw the red flag that they had a high turnover, but they agreed on a really good salary for me. All of a sudden, I get an email from CEO that he wants to test me again and gave me 3 complex tasks from his side business, totally unrelated to my skills and position in the company.
Okay, that is another red flag, because no, you hired him for a specific job with his specific skills, and you need to keep him there. Not with some other bullshit to retest him. What, are you going to change his fucking salary?
Like asking a doctor to write a code. He told me, just do it because you're working for me from now on. I stood up and went through the door. Half an hour later, the HR calls me and asks to come back. I told her to have a good day and never contact me again. At my new job, I have a colleague who worked there for 1 year. She started telling me crazy stories about the boss and the company. I didn't dodge a bullet, but rather a rocket strike. Story 16.
Well, I fucking bet. Damn boss wants you to do all this extra shit that you were not hired for. Yeah, get the fuck out of Dodge.
Only time I've ever just walked off a job site. I was homeless and answered a Craigslist ad for a roofing job. I'd never done roofing before. I was working for a pair of tweakers from NYC. After spending most of the day doing standard labor, bringing materials up a ladder, putting down roofing material and stomping down on it after they hit it with a blowtorch, etc., they wanted me to stand on a 2-inch wide beam that was rotten and slick from rain, visibly unstable, with no restraints or safety equipment whatsoever. And they wanted me to stand on it and use a sledgehammer to smash out as much decaying roof as I could, until I hit a point where the roof was solid again. I told the guy I wasn't cut out for that type of work. He told me to quit being an upstate pussy. I told him to find a downstate banana because someone is going to die under their tutelage, and I'm not going to let it be me. He refused to pay me for the 6 hours of intense physical labor I'd already worked, and I had to panhandle to get bus fare back. But I didn't die. Story 7.
Oh, hell yeah. Your job is not worth your life, man. Also, I would have fucking sued for the damn money. A lot more money that when your bosses or team leads or whatever are obvious fucking drug addicts, do not work for them. Do not work with them. Say something, and if you're stuck with them, leave. Just fucking leave. A job is not worth your fucking life, and it's not worth other people's lives either.
17. I got this job cold calling local businesses to sell them printer toner subscriptions. Weirdest, most awkward job prospect I've ever encountered. Came in at around 4 p.m. Place was an empty room with a desk against one wall, a PC, and a phone. Owner had an office in the back. Owner has me put together his office chair for him. Watch him try to write an email. He can barely write a coherent sentence. Finish the chair, then instructs me to pull up a program on the PC and call the numbers. Ask them if they want to buy toner subscriptions. Okay. Spend the next 3 hours.
Why is everyone spiraling over YouTube banning ad blockers? Like, chill guys, just use Pi. It's a free Chrome extension and it basically
Awkwardly calling places, asking if they want to buy toner. No script, no product descriptions, no printer models, completely flying by the seat of my pants. Many ask if I will install it for them. IDK. No one on either side has any idea what's going on. I leave, immediately text that I'm not coming back. Owner texts back that I'm not qualified for the position. Never got paid for them 4 hours. Story 18.
No, go to the police and make sure you get paid. That's the thing. They have to fucking pay you for the work you did. It is not legal for people to say, I'm not going to pay you. So, did you even see any toners around when you went in there? It sounds like a damn shady business to me.
Basic restaurant server job. I was in college. The drive was kind of long, and as a college student, that matters a lot. I was mostly getting a job due to feeling like I was inadequate if I didn't have one. So I go buy the black clothes required and show up. But the clothes weren't black enough, due to having a gray lining around the button-up shirt's collar and cuffs on the inside of the shirt. It barely peeked through under certain angles. They told me to leave and come back when the clothes fit their requirements. So I drove back to campus, called them up, and quit on the phone. It was just way too much BS to deal with and did not bode well. Story 19.
Yeah, like if you're gonna be that fucking stingy, well, not stingy, that have that much of a stick up your ass, then you don't need to be in fucking business, because you can't fucking have you're telling people already they need to buy their own clothes for the uniform. But no, it's either you set up the uniform or they get the clothes that fit the fit the dress code, and which he did. You guys are just being extremely fucking picky.
I was in high school working 3 part-time jobs. I had gotten hired as a cashier at a supermarket. I really just wanted to be a stock boy, but oh well, I show up to work and the manager isn't there. So I just start asking people like, hey, I'm new. How do I clock in? What do I do? Eventually someone clocks me in like an hour late. They put me on a register, show me the produce code sheet like once, then left me alone. No clue how to do a sale, no idea how to do coupons, etc. The manager shows up halfway through and yells at me in front of a customer for not knowing produce codes. Even the customer was like, hey, it's his first day. Calm down. Time for my lunch break. Nobody has shown me where the staff room is, so I just buy lunch from the store and eat it in the cafe area. Manager storms in, takes my tray, throws the rest of my food away and goes off. That I cannot eat where customers are, that I'm stupid, etc. I just got up, threw the apron at her, and walked out. Absolutely ridiculous. I did, however, go back and demand my check for hours worked. Because duck that. Story 20.
Oh, hell yeah. That's exactly how you fucking do it. And also, you should sue her for stealing. Because throwing away your damn food like that, with food that you fucking paid for, is fucking stealing. Also, manager has no business yelling at you when she can't even be bothered to show up on time. It's... People that are put in positions of power need to be taught that they cannot just do anything they want just because they have that position. They need to be dropped down a fucking peg. Like, honestly, this is absolutely fucking stupid. You're hollering at him for taking his break in the cafe area because no one showed him what the damn lounge or faculty room was. So, and then you proceed to throw away his food, throw away his food and yell at him. By freaking God, what kind of asshole put you in charge?
Not me, but a friend. This friend is a very good-looking woman. It was to be her first job out of college, working as a research tech in the lab of a Nobel Prize winner. She thought it was weird that at her interview, he told her she needed to wear a skirt to work since he wanted people to look professional. But in a lab, since he was older from a more formal time, she thought, oh, well, okay. At the first lab meeting, he sits next to her at the table while one of the students' Shosh postdocs is making a presentation. As soon as the lights went down, she feels a hand on her thigh, and it's the Nobel laureate, and he is working his hand up her thigh. She squirms but doesn't do anything and quit that day. I asked her why she didn't go to HR, and she said she didn't think it would matter since he was Mr. Big Shot. Later turns out she's heard stories about him from multiple female employees. He died before he could get me to'd. Story 21.
No, you should have went to fucking HR. You should have went to the damn law. You made sure something got done, because that's sexual fucking harassment right there. Doesn't matter who he fucking is, you do something about it and make sure something is done about it. Don't be a coward.
I came in to be one of 4 retail managers for a museum with 4 stores. While training me, I overheard multiple associates, who I would be managing, swearing and yelling at customers. Then one of the other managers, training me to log the safe, yelled and screamed at me that I didn't know how to count, because the safe was $1 short. We later found the dollar on the floor behind the desk she had been counting at. Then the district manager above me spent the entire day sitting at the cameras listing reasons to write up associates, which included seeing the outline of a girl's phone through her back pocket, even though she never took it out. An associate going to the bathroom twice during his shift. They were only permitted 1 break, apparently. And an associate not...
Watch more live sports.
Not asking literal children to donate to the museum. Great first day. Even better last day. Story 22.
Okay. That is absolute bullshit. Just finding whatever reasons to write people up. Really? That's all you're going to use the cameras for? And then allowing someone 1 bathroom break is fucking ridiculous. People have to use the restroom. And I don't know if I've already told you guys this on a video I posted or one of my throwaway videos, but I have a friend. As I'm not sure if I mentioned it at all. I might have. I have a friend who, up into his early 20s, had to wear a diaper. And because he had some sort of growth or something in his intestines that his body kept trying to flush out, so he had to wear it. But people have conditions. The point is, people have conditions where they need to use the bathroom more than once in a short period of time. Hey, even normal people have to do it depending on how much water they freaking drink, and you cannot tell people they cannot drink fucking water. I know it's a state by state thing, but most states nowadays, you have to give people water, and depending on how much they drink, they're going to have to use the fucking restroom. Oh, this bathroom shit is absolute bullshit. There needs to be a law, a federal law in place that says you cannot tell people they cannot use the fucking restroom for whatever reason. You cannot tell them how many times they use the restroom. You cannot tell them how long they need to be. People need to use the fucking bathroom, and there's no set amount of time where people can use it. It's different for everyone. Have you ever heard of fucking Crohn's disease? Oh, all right. Well, I'm going to end this video here. Can't really be doing hour-long videos, especially now since 16 minutes is turned to 30 for me. But in any case, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, like, comment, subscribe to if you want to do. This is Tyler, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.